this is a game in which you can get away with, not really traditionally going with your 4th and inches first play call, but maybe something further down the line. And Coach Jabs and his staff have done a great job here at Mount Sac year in and year out, and it's been great to see it all this season as we've covered it for you guys on the Mounties Football Radio Network. And you look for Coach Jabs to really punch this one through on 4th and 1 and get things going here in the second quarter. It's kind of slowed down a bit for the Mounties after that first quarter ended with another touchdown. And
the Mounties 27 points in that first quarter. None here, and we still got 8:41 left in the second, but still.
Yeah.
27-0 Mounties in this one. Over at Long Beach City College, Riverside just scored a touchdown, and they have gone ahead of Long Beach City College in that one, and that's what the Mounties need to get in the postseason. Is on a 4th and inches, Allo will keep it himself, and he's got the first down for the Mounties down to the 33-yard line. The late flag does fly in after the play. But RCC, they take the lead, and that's what we need. RCC, a touchdown, and they now lead at Long Beach City College 13-7. That game halfway through the second quarter.
If RCC, I didn't see who got that last touchdown for RCC, but
could have been Isaac Whitney.
It's a battle of the whiteouts there between RCC and Long Beach. So we saw the slew of talent that each team has.
Well, the penalty was an unnecessary roughness call against the Mounties after the play. It's still a first down, but
they would have got it either way. But
it'll back them up 15 yards now.
Oh, it was on.
It was on the Mounties.
I'm mistaken. I totally thought it was on LA Harbor.
It's the cold weather.
I love how it's cold weather for us, and it's like 65 degrees.
How'd you like that rain? Did you like that rain yesterday?
It made me sleep like a baby. Tell you what.
We need more of that here in Southern California.
Can you spell drought?
Probably not. DROUGHT, something like that.
Spelling bee champ right here on the Mountie Football Radio Network. Don't ask me to spell your last name.
Don't ask me to spell your last name.
Mine's easy, man.
1st and 10 after the penalty for the Mounties at their own 47. Delayed handoff. Tolbert stiff arms the man inside the 35-yard line, and he's down to the 32. A pickup of 16 there on the ground for Omaris Tolbert to move the chain. So he gets all 15 yards of that penalty right back.
Yeah, and he wanted to keep going. I saw him dance around and spin off a one tackle and used his hands to keep his knees off the ground. And luckily for LA Harbor, they got another man in on that tackle.
So now the Mounties have it at a 1st and 10 from the 31 of LA Harbor. 3 wide set. The lone back, Aaron Vaughns. Allo going to look to throw. He'll roll right. Now he's going to take off and run. Gets inside the 30-yard line, and he'll tiptoe his way on out of bounds right around the 26 after a pickup of 5. Justin Allo, obviously it's against L.A. Harbor, and I hate to knock L.A. Harbor throughout the night. I hate to continue to beat a dead horse here, Brian Tabajay, but Justin Allo threw 4 picks in the loss at RCC last week, and I was very interested to see how he and the offense would respond, but obviously they're playing flawless football down on the field tonight.
Yeah, and this is a perfect game for them to have after such an emotionally invested game last week at Willox Stadium.
A game that the Mounties, the second loss, the lone 2 losses on the year for Mount Sac, another game that the Mounties simply let slip away.
And it's for us up in the booth, it's frustrating to watch, and after visiting them, at practice and seeing how passionate each player is on that squad, from offense, defense, special teams, every single coach out there that's helping these guys develop each week and keep that winning tradition here at Mount Sac. It was tough for for us to see them kind of unfold in both games, and really unable to hang on to both leads was the biggest part where they need to improve.
Well, here's the thing that makes me a little bit encouraged as a follower of the Mounties, or if I'm a fan of the Mounties. I know for a fact that RCC and LBCC, whatever one the Mounties would face if they do in fact get into the postseason, if I'm one of those teams, I don't want to see Mount Sac.
No, because you did beat them in the regular season, but you're looking at a Mount SAC team that wants a little revenge. And what better revenge to get in the playoffs?
Lamaris Tolbert there just carried it for 8 yards, and now the Mounties another red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the LA Harbor 13. Mounties will come out in a 3-wide set. The lone back, Tolbert. He'll get the give, and he'll push his way down to the 10-yard line for a pickup of 3.
I don't think Tolbert will be in the second half.
No. Just to beef up his stats, right?
Beef him up. Him and Brandon Wilson now off the field for Allo.
Aaron Vons, the lone back here with Justin Allo on a 2nd and 8.5 from the LA Harbor 11. 27-0 Mounties. Should have been 28. Mounties missed a PAT. Pass here complete out to the far side of the field. Anderson inside the 10 down to the 7 for a pickup of 5. In a game like this where it's really essentially over from the coin flip, I mean, they have it in high school. I think they should have it in JUCO ball as well. Once it gets to a certain point, a running clock. What would you think about a running clock?
I mean, I don't think they'll ever come to it on this level of football.
It is the collegiate level of football. I do understand that, but, I mean, there's only 10 games in the regular season, just like high school. And the junior college football playoffs are shorter than high school football playoffs, so why not add in a running clock just like high school has?
You're talking about in games like this?
In games like this, not in close games coming down the stretch, obviously, but once I think the high school rule in 47 out of 50 states, the high school rule is that if there's a 35-point deficit in the second half, the clock will run after incompletions and, runs out of bounds.
Well, I think it's all or nothing. I think it's a running clock every single game or not a running clock. You know what I mean?
Not really. I don't follow you.
No, I mean, if you're saying in games like this,
yeah.
I mean, if it's a, I think I misunderstood your general point.
I think what I'm basically trying to say is that if it gets uglier than this, which it looks like it's going to, the Mounties have it inside the 10, up 27-0. I think in the second half, if it gets to a 35-point deficit, let's keep on running that clock. Get us out of here. 3rd and 4. Allo going to drop back to pass, take a shot towards the end zone, and it's deflected away, incomplete. He was going for Antoine Anderson, and it'll bring up 4th down for the Mounties.
I don't know where that throw was going for Allo. He was in triple coverage. Allo was, and intended for, I believe, that was Tony Ingram on the field. That would have been a Carson hook up there, but he was in triple coverage. So I don't see where that throw was going.
Justin Allo, he needs to stop throwing into triple coverage. Threw 4 picks last week.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for them. Now,
it looks like LA Harbor might have jumped off sides, and this would give the Mounties a first and goal
down, yeah,
inside the LA Harbor 5.
And it will be. Tolbert's sprinting out there like he wants.
He wants more touchdowns. I don't blame him.
Yeah,
like I said, beef up those stats.
LA Harbor is having a difficult time right now. And that just, in a nutshell, what has been
in an acorn
a difficult season for them as the offense gets back out onto the field with a first and goal. Prime location now inside the 5-yard line.
Oh, no, half the distance to the goal. So the Mounties are still short of the first down, but it's a 4th and inches situation here. Fourth and goal. Mount SAC has it at the LA Harbor 5. I formation. Lamaris Tolbert, the deep back, will get the give here. Breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mounties.
Tolbert not giving up there for the Mounties. He wanted that end zone so bad he can taste it, and he did get in there for the Mounties with a short touchdown run to add to his tally on the season.
Second rushing touchdown of the night, courtesy of Omaris Tolbert, and with 5:27 left to go in the first half, Tavis Guerra will look to make this a 34-0 lead, and he does exactly that as he boots it through the uprights. So it's 34-0 Mounties with 5:27 left to go in the second quarter.
So make that 9 now for Tolbert on the season after getting into the end zone on 4th and inches from the 4-yard line.
Meanwhile, down at Veterans Memorial Stadium, the first half of action is winding down there. RCC leads Long Beach 13-7, and the Tigers are driving. They have it right now at the LBCC 30. We'll keep you updated on that one all night long, won't we?
Yes, indeedy.
Any other scores you can pass along to us?
Mount SAC is up big, 35-0 from Hilmer Lodge Stadium.
34-0.
Or 34-0.
Should be 35-0. I follow you, though.
Ventura and College of the Canyons in progress right now, 23-14. The Pirates up on College of the Canyons.
Wow, that's big playoff implications in that one. Winner of that game gets a first place in the division. Ventura undefeated in conference play. And the Mounties beat them like a drum. Week 3.
Out there in Ventura. That was
Back in week 3.
Nice stadium out there.
It was. The Ventura College Sportsplex, one of the nicer junior college stadiums in Southern California, is returning it here to the far side of the field for L.A. Harbor is number 80, Marquise Waters, and he fumbled the football, but the whistle was blown and the play was dead, so L.A. Harbor will retain possession.
That ball was knocked loose, too, and like you mentioned, it squirted out, and the Mounties were all over it, but unfortunately it was already down on the ground. Ground cannot cause a fumble.
No, it cannot. So L.A. Harbor, who trails 34-0 with 5:17 left to go in the first half, they'll take over at their own 24. Three receivers set here. C-Stitch going to look to throw. Quick pass over the middle, and Waters will catch it. And Waters has himself an L.A. Harbor first down to the 35-yard line for a pickup of 11 on the first play from scrimmage on this drive for the Seahawks.
Pass complete to Marquise Waters, number 80. On the tackle, Walter Martin, number 46 for the Mounties.
First and 10, L.A. Harbor at their own 35. The lone back Walker. C-Stitch will roll out. Fire on the run, has a wide open Brandon Boyd into Mountie territory across the 45-yard line down to the 43. Finally, just for the second time this evening, the L.A. Harbor Seahawk offense, they have found their way into Mountie territory.
That was Aaron Simpson on the tackle for the Mounties, bottling him up right at midfield.
First and 10 at the 44. Handoff Walker, and Walker is gobbled up in the backfield for a loss of 3. In there to get him for Mount SAC. The charge was led by number 33, Kilvin Stewart, the sophomore defensive back out of Mililani High School in Honolulu, Hawaii. Aloha.
Aloha.
Second and 13. L.A. Harbor from the Mountie 47. They trail 34-0. 4:08 left to go. First half, and the pass is incomplete to the near side of the field. C-Stitch that time was going for Waters. Taekwon Glass all over the intended target for L.A. Harbor to bat it away. I tell you what, Taekwon Glass, he doesn't have any Division I offers just yet, but he is an absolute shutdown corner for the Mounties.
He's been phenomenal all season long, Taekwon Glass. He's
you know,
like you said, a shutdown corner.
When we got this gig doing broadcasts for the Mounties on the Mountie Football Radio Network, I was going through the roster just kind of checking out the names, And
you just like saying his name.
And I saw his name and was really hoping that, we'd get to say his name a lot. And luckily for my sake, I've gotten to say Taekwon Glass a fair share of times this season.
He is a second-year player, Taekwon Glass, very big component here on the Mounties last week had 7 total tackles.